Alright guys, so after reaching a cumulative net worth of 32 billion coins in my main profile, I decided it was time to make a new one. This series is going to be a speed run through the game showcasing the best money making methods and showing me shotgun past all progression checkpoints. So for the first episode, I'm going to show you how in the first 3 hours of my gameplay, I got to a 34 million coin net worth with zero contraband or skills. Before I go any further, maybe consider checking the description for the Discord or the Twitch, and I'll see you there. Enjoy. So, before I give you too much information, it's important to understand the method. Snow minions at tier 1 sell for about 750k, and snow minions at tier 11 sell for 1.2 mil. Statistically, you were always going to get enough snow minions from white and green gifts in order to pay off the gifts that you get. If you're upgrading them, you're making a bunch more coins because the upgrade only costs about 150k and you're making about 300 to 350k profit per minion. Now, obviously this method loses some efficiency depending on the price of gifts, but you're always making money. My tier list for gifts definitely goes whites and greens tied, with reds being just below them. Now, while reds have most potential to make money, reds are also the most risky. You can really go for reds if you have a lot of coins to burn and want to really try to make the most, but I would honestly say stick with whites. Greens are less risky, but they obviously run a bit more than white. White is obviously the safest bet for most players in the game, and I'd really say stick with them if you really don't have the money to go anywhere else. Now, another important thing to remember is that you're not always going to make profit with this. There's going to be some times when you lose and sometimes when you gain, but if you stick with it, you're definitely going to come out on top. Now, obviously, you're not always going to make 33 mil in 3 hours. That was a very, very good run that we got. We got a lot of Santa drops from the reds, and honestly, I would expect most people to only get to about 15 mil or 10 mil, but in the first 3 hours of Skyblock, that is insane progress. There's so many speedruns on YouTube of people trying to get their first mil, and it takes them just as long as it took me to get 33 mil to get 1 mil for them. In EZSB, I'm going to be showcasing a ton of methods like these where you have potential to make so many coins. I honestly believe in our first month of gameplay, or even our first 2 weeks, we're going to end up being with a Hyperion already. The only thing that matters is I don't think I'm going to want to play dungeons that much. Now, there are a few things that need to be said before you do this. You have to do it with someone you trust. If someone decides to scam you, there's really nothing you can do. So finding someone you trust is always going to be the most important part to actually doing this method. If you guys are gift trading efficiently, you'll make millions together. And if you're not, you can potentially lose. So I definitely recommend doing it with a friend or someone that you find in the Discord server. But this is overall a method I would 100% do for any stage of the game. I previously had a ton of people do this, and most of them have ended up around 500 mil net worth after their first month or even week of doing it. It really just depends on how devoted you are to it, and if you're willing to see through the losses and stay with the game. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Analytics show that currently none of you are subscribed, and I can't wait to see where we go with this series. This is honestly going to be so much fun, and I'm expecting us to get a Hyperion very soon, so I'll see you guys in the Discord. Bye bye.